my cinema. I got a power, I'm built to devour. Anyone coming against me, a tower. I don't cave in the pressure. Some of y'all leaving here in a stretcher. Took my time to go and get better. I was reading in the red letters. Ay, hit me with your best shot. I got time today. Feeling like a matador with that Red Bull. Oh, no, you can't stop me. I'm running my own play. For the game win, I came to pin anything that gets in my way. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. I need that. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. We been here, we done that. You all know what we came for. You all know what we came for. We been here, we done that. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. I'm in the game like EA. Been in my prime since pre-K. Shooting my shot from long range. Going over heads like a toupee. Treat every day like payday. Y'all been living so mundane. My work week is Sunday to oh wait, that's every day. Putting in overtime. Punching the clock, I'ma get what's mine. While everyone's sleeping, I'm living my dreams. I got a calling that's so divine. Lord, take the wheel like 10 and 2. I'm losing energy, I'm overdue. I've been on the top ropes, hitting my pose. Watch me hit the power moves. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. I need that. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Been here, we done that. You all know what we came for. You all know what we came for. We been here, we done that. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Been here, done that. You all know what we came for. Energy, 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 energy. I need that energy, energy.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. Tender, juicy, and its own sauce. Would you look at that? Well, you can't see it, but trust me.
and chase me. 'Cause I ran from everything I know. Even though I gave all of my love to you. Try so hard to keep this flame that grew between us, but my own past won't let me move. Under the pressure of the light, forcing myself to change so I don't hide from myself. Even when broken, I will fight, searching for that place where we collide together. Oh, can you save me? Please come and chase me. 'Cause I ran from everything I know. Even though I gave all of my love to you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is week number 5, and we're back on the cast. Finally, back on the desk, getting to talk over some games. It's been we've been on kind of a hiatus. I mean, I haven't played MCS in 2 weeks. I've been just chilling, making some moolah, working, and K-Tool, I think you're in the similar situation. It's been a while since we have sat down and casted over some Rocket League. Today, we get to do that for a little bit.
It has been a while. I'm in the same boat. It has also been at least 2 weeks since I played MCS. So got that going for me as well. But yeah, I'm a working adult, making first of all an adult living.
Yeah, I gotta make some money.
It's kind of nice. That way I can spend it on useless crap. But either way, it's going to be a fun one. So yeah, definitely nice. It's been a while since we've casted. I believe LAN was probably the last time that we ended up casting together.
That's right.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, I figured it was time to try to remember how this game works, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's really what we're going to be. K-Tool and I aren't going to give you very much analytical, anything analytical as far as the game goes. I'm not going to be able to tell you what in the world any team is doing. I'm just going to be screaming my head off for these two teams. But 4 matches on this slate. Taking a look at that schedule, it is going to be a good day. You've got the Superiors and the Rhythm, the Knights, the Jungle, the Rhythm, and the Buffalo, and the Buffalo and the Mauler. So Rhythm and Buffalo getting to play both of their series technically today on stream. So we'll get to see those teams in action. But one thing I didn't include on that schedule is the standings currently, and Omaha sitting on top, 46 points. They're 5-2. And you've got Chicago 6-1. They got 30 points. Who else can we talk about that's on stream? The Rhythm, they're 5-2. They're 25 points. I mean, all these teams well within striking distance. But K-Tool, to me, when I look at the standings, I see a clear top 3. And that is
looking at the exact same thing.
Typically from those majors is typically a couple teams start to pull away. And you've seen that now with Omaha, Green Bay, and Fargo.
Yeah, no, it definitely happens when you go to the major. If you can, be successful on a major, obviously getting those extra points is so valuable, especially going into the second half of the season. Obviously, you've got the second major, you got the LAN, everything coming up, but just if you can have kind of the points going into the latter half of the season, obviously you don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal, but it does, I think, give you so much confidence that you yourself can say, hey, we are cementing ourselves as a top seed, and like you mentioned, being a top 3, it really isn't very close. Obviously, yeah, like Chicago and Rochester Rhythm, yes, they can get some striking distance, but they also need to do well also having the top 3 struggle. And both those to happen, that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, you're going to be, like you said, you're going to be wanting to beat one of those top 3 teams when you do play them. And then you're going to bank on them losing to somebody else. You really need an upset or something to close that gap. 5 points for a win and 5 points for a series win. And really, that's it. I mean, the major helps you out. Obviously, Omaha won that major one. They got 21 points out of that. It's the reason why they're in the 1 seed. And then taking a look on the other end, 9 through 16. I mean, a lot of those guys struggling, but I mean, Minneapolis and Des Moines, they're close to having even records. They could do that today if they win 2 series. So a doubleheader for all of these teams. But yeah, I mean, we can get looking at this first series. Duluth and Rochester. Duluth, they're the 15 seed, way back down to 2-5, and their roster has changed. They have moved some people around, so with their roster, they are subbing up a player from Rising Star. I know that for a fact, but they have their 1st and 3rd round pick today, and so it's really, for me, this season has been, who the heck is showing up on the game day, right? Who's playing? That's really where it's been, because people have been busy this season. I tell you what, we've had a lot of reschedules, and a lot of movement as far as who's available. So it really has affected who's on that free agents list. But trade window is open currently, and I'm checking my notes to make sure that it is, because I don't want to sound like an idiot. I believe it is, and it's open till the 18th. So closes next Wednesday.
Makes things a little interesting then.
Yeah, you got some time left. This is one of our doubleheader weeks. The rest of the season is a doubleheader, but that trade window has been open for 2 weeks now. And you have to think that, really, K-Tool, this is the catalyst week of like, hey, if we don't make any moves now, then we're out of time, right? But
yeah, no, it's one of those situations. I mean, it's like, even you look at like the games tonight, it's like, win or lose, does that make any changes on how you want to handle the rest of the season? It's tough to know. Obviously, like you said, the trade window is open for a little bit longer. And I think it is so tough to just initiate that trade. Like, obviously, every time you lose, I feel like all 3 players are thinking, hey, maybe we do make the trade, but it's hard to be the one to initiate that, because that does typically mean you're kicking someone and you just hope to God it's not yourself.
Definitely. And as we kick this one off, this Duluth team, they rebuilt their top half. They picked up Mamba from free agency. He has hopped in. And then this Rochester team, nowhere near what they drafted. They rebuild around T-Jack, I believe. They pick up Busy from Premier. He drops down, and he'll open the scoring with the first goal in this game. But they pick up Busy, and they pick up Zoms as their 3rd round. And I scrimmed this team. And they are a pretty good team. They're a pretty good force. We'll see how they fare though today. Playing a Duluth team comprised of some players that I have not seen play much besides Mamba, and there's Mamba to tie the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're not even 15 seconds in. We can't even start to make a narrative for this one, and we're just getting some open nets. And we thought obviously Busy was gonna have that one. Just a really awkward start for both teams. So I think it is gonna take a little bit for them to get into this one. But you talk about trade window start, and boys, you got to wrap your head around it, or someone is gonna be starting those conversations.
Definitely. Week 5 reminder. So we're over halfway done with the season, and it is an important part of the season. I pretty much every part of it is important. I don't know why I say that, but I guess it's just to kind of, build up the storyline, but every part of the season is important. You want to be, playing your best. And Busy's got his 2nd. A touch from Mamba just gets away from him, and nobody behind him really with any structure to make that save.
Chance here, and as like I said, hey, we made it 30 seconds without one person scoring at least, which is good. But as we do attempt to get through the first minute of this game. Carve Dog getting a great kick off to the corner. T-Jack trying to get it around one. He does. Drops down into a dangerous spot. That shot might be wide open. Busy does avoid the bump for a split second there. Carve Dog jumps early on that one. Mamba now to the corner. We're seeing a very early aggression from both teams. Circle throwing that one downfield now. T-Jack through the corner. And we have officially made it more than 30 seconds without either team scoring.
We'll see what ends up happening here. I'm excited to see what goes on as this game is going to be interesting for sure. I have no idea what's going to happen here.
It's hard to argue in that situation here.
I'm actively wondering, Shig, are you on the correct screen right now?
On the correct screen?
I don't think you're on the game scene.
Are you sure?
I can't tell.
Because I'm pretty sure
But-
I am.
Regardless, Mamba looking for this one mid. Zoms throws this one middle. Chance here. Carve Dog now trying to get it around one. Mamba gets it middle. This is a fun stream I bet for you guys. You can't really see what's going on. But T-Jack throws this one mid. Circle. Get a touch there. Carve Dog now throws this one mid. Mamba now with a shot on target. What a ripper. Right down the middle. Mamba tying this one up. And I like the quick plays out of Carve Dog with a good pass mid.
Actively trying to figure out what is going on. As far as Twitch goes, I believe Twitch might be dying now that I think about it. I know, and I turned on Twitch, and Twitch is behind like a good amount of time, like 10 minutes. So I don't know what is going on their end. We'll do some investigative work as soon as it's possible, but this has been a much closer game than I think both of these teams were expecting, as top left almost found by check my circle. I'd rather check your square. We'll hit that one towards Zoms, and you'll see Rochester do that a lot. They love to move the ball with each other, but we'll see what happens with this Duluth team. Maybe they can pull out a win, as they are looking for a lead in this game, and they have the pressure so far and the boost to deal with it. He's going to burn through pretty much his entire tank. Doesn't really get anything out of it. Mamba has a free shot and just sends it a little bit wide. Sons will try and play out. Ends up getting a bump on circle. Mamba last back. Will miss that touch. T-Jack commits to try and keep the pressure, but nothing ends up happening from it.
Carve Dog does get a miss on that one. Busy now up. Doesn't have the boost to get there. Zoms with a shot. Almost goes for the double tap there. Carve Dog got to rush and take his time. We're seeing, again, a little bit of a stalemate here after so much scoring in the first minute. Last 3.5, really hasn't anything come from this one. Busy leaves this one for Zoms. Little awkward. Wants to go for a flicker on one, but check my circle with an easy touch upfield. But no one's actually there for the follow-up. It actually drops downfield. Where is this defense coming through here? I was expecting a little more urgency here. But again, Zoms and Co. just able to get more and more pressure every single time. And you might just be walking this one in all the way here.
And we'll see what ends up happening for these two teams. Busy shut down by Mamba. He'll clear the line. That one's going to go on target. Tom's trying to read the corner touch. Can't get it. Doesn't come to fruition. Touch from circle to Mamba. That goes bar down. It almost finds its way in. Carve Dog commits. Follows the shot. Double commit save for the Rhythm. Another shot comes in. Busy and Zoms combine to get that save. Huge miss from Mamba, though. Doesn't really have any boost to work with. Circle. Oh! Leaves that. I think that should have been a better shot than it was there for an offensive player for the Rhythm. As a result, we'll find overtime for game number 1.
I think Duluth is shooting me pretty livid about going, 0 for 3 on those shots with, about 30 seconds left, hitting the crossbar and the post multiple times. And then we saw the last second too. Busy almost getting a free shot there, but probably should have put that one in regulation. But if Carve Dog and Duluth can get this one, I think it's gonna be massive momentum as Mamba comes in for the shot, and that's gonna do it. What a save! Can we see a follow up?
Another one
is gonna do it. And again, just the shot pressure over and over is gonna net them game one.
And interesting for sure, as that is a win for the Superiors. We're going to do some investigative work to see why we are so behind on Twitch, as I tuned into the stream and it is a solid 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds. It's a solid 5 to 10 minutes behind. So we'll figure out what's going on. But regardless, game one goes to the Superiors. We'll see what ends up happening as I'm excited to see what goes on here for the Rhythm, as a lot of goals K2 scored in that game. So
well, and then especially in the first, 30 seconds. We saw after that, the first 30 seconds, we saw so many goals. And then after that, we saw, I don't want to say just a lack of confidence from a lot of people, but you saw Superiors had shot after shot after shot. And we're looking, you got to talk about Mamba, right? Putting up 700 points, almost 800. He's got all 3 goals. He got 3 saves on his own team. And what a dominating game one, kind of Mamba versus Busy in that situation. But I do think, though, that a lot of goals were a little ugly in terms of just getting the first 30-second jitters out. If you take away the first 30 seconds, it's a 1-0 game that Superiors did end up winning. So I do think that going into game 2, I think Rhythm is going to come back with a lot of vengeance, and I do think they're going to be putting 3 or 4 on the board here.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here in this second game, as these two going to kick off for game number 2. It's interesting to see what goes on here for the Rhythm, because this is kind of a newer roster. They've been together for a little bit now, but they are still untested. And so far they have been tested. Duluth has not shied away from these two at all, or this team at all. You've seen talks of this Rhythm team based on scrims or a top 2 team in Challenger, and they definitely could do it. But that's a wonderful save from Check My Circle, who looks for the outplay, does get it. It hits the bar, and massive demo from T-Jack to keep that one out. But Mamba's shot on the return. Nobody from Rochester able to make contact on the ball. And that is a easy goal for the Duluth Superiors, who don't look like they're playing with a sub really at all.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. You saw T-Jack there. He had to make the defensive touch, put it to the sidewall, but unfortunately it bounced out mid. Busy not able to get around that one, and that was a free shot for the Superiors, who, again, after taking game 1, looking to potentially take game 2 here, which obviously, again, would be a quick 3-0 series if they continue that momentum here. But I am looking at Busy, who does seem to be kind of the number one mechanical person on the field, but I think he's trying to do too much solo effort right now.
I don't know if we have a stream delay, but I will look into it just to see what happens. But big miss from Mamba. That one gonna hit the bar for Busy. T-Check backflips. Leave it for Zoms. A lot of boost for him to work with. T-Check gonna hit that one forward. Can't follow it up. No boost to work with here, as these two teams are doing their absolute best to get this going, as it's been Duluth to play a little bit of defense, but they haven't really been tested that much, and you would think they would be under a lot of pressure with the substitute player that they have. This is Rochester's full roster. They are not playing with a sub at all. Carve Dog will miss that follow-up, and Mamba will just sit here with a 100 boost and play with his food. I love that play from Mamba. Just patience is a virtue, especially when you're up by a goal.
Patience, buy some time, get a good 50. That allows your teammates to get boost and be able to follow up here. Mamba's in a tough situation, though, and T-Jack with the steamroller going ahead. Nothing that Mamba could do in that situation. And we finally see Rhythm getting a good comeback here. It took them over 2 minutes, but they finally get on the board.
As it'll be interesting to see what happens for these two teams, as Good clear. Soms gets the redirect. It's going to sit on the goal as a free. That's about as free of a goal as you could possibly want for Busy. A good touch from T-Jack. Mamba goes missing. Soms is, I mean, that was a great touch. It just didn't find its way through.
That shot is like a training pack, like tutorial where it just says, you know, just press forward, just drive straight, touch the ball. All you gotta do is drive straight. Don't have to flip into that one. And we see now a 2-goal swing going to the Rhythm here. Now it's going to be up to Superiors. Are they going to be responding here? Again, we have seen they're being outshot, outpaced. Seems just too many scoring opportunities here as we see another one coming through his Carved Dog with a good shot here. Circle tosses over mid. Mamba might be beat out here. We see 2 players go. This should be a good touch from Busy. The fake around one. Again, you can see Busy seems to have much more control and almost maturity on the pitch with his touches.
Jack will beat 2 players. Circle has no boost to work with. Soms, that's about as free of a net as you could want. As both players go missing. I mean, you can't blame Circle for trying to hit the ball.
No, but I can't blame his teammates for a pretty bad double
for throwing themselves and nobody hitting the ball. I guess you could blame his teammates for that. As fake kickoff for Rochester. Try a little bit of trickery. They don't really get anything out of it. Sam's shot goes wide. T-Jack, his follow-up hits the bar. Sam's bumps the last man. Busy will miss that. And that's a clear for Circle. It should be an open net. And oh boy.
Yeah, as I was praising Superior doing so well in game 1, and then again getting the first goal in this game, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a blowout. This is going to go great. And then they have been struggling these last couple minutes. Obviously, Rhythm now putting up 3 unanswered goals here, and they are looking very well here to take game 2. It's Carved Dog going to be shot off the back wall. This should be a free read. Is anyone there for the follow-up? And it's Circle himself cutting the lead in half here.
It's a good touch from Carved Dog. Mamba chases the demo. Zoms, I mean, you're playing a miss if you're Circle there. And you can just see Zoms does not have that ball, does not have it read, and has a big goal to give up. I mean, we have well over 90 seconds. And on the kickoff, Duluth does win it. Mamba plays a mind game, gets under 1, but neither of his teammates are ready for that 50. Zoms will collect on his back line. Good touch from Circle to get it off of Zoms' car. Demo from Zoms on the back line. Carved Dog, though, has it red and has the boost. Yeah, good opportunity here. Is shut down, though, by T-Jack right away. And now you play the waiting game if you're the Rhythm. You kind of just lock them in. Don't let them out. As I say that, though, they do get out. And now you're a little bit scared because you find the mid pass, but a huge demo. It's an open net. Can Circle get back to it? Oh, Mamba appears out of nowhere on the respawn. And we'll have that clear. Carved Dog, read that back line. 45 seconds now. T-Jack's touch kind of gets away from him. Zoms gets a little bit of help from the midfield and enough boost to get it through. Circle around 1. Does win that 50. Just Zoms last back. Doesn't get a great touch on it. Duluth, they're starving for some boost at this point. And maybe they can get something done here in the last 30 seconds, but they have to get some boost before they even think about doing that.
Yeah, this is not the spot they want to be. We see Mamba with a good pre-flip here, but again, Circle has no boost to follow up. Carved Dog, again, going with 20. Does cause a double commit here. Now we see actually Rhythm, the one struggling with boost. All 3 players on 0, but so is Mamba and Circle. We've got 5 players on the field with nothing. Mamba tries to get it around 1. He can maybe drop this down. Might be leaving this one for Carved Dog. It's open for a split second, but Zoms is going to shut the door. What an awkward game, too. But in the end, Rhythm able to tie up the series.
As a huge win there. I think we're caught up now. I don't know what Twitch was doing, but we were a solid 4 or 5 minutes behind what was going on. I think we're caught up now as that is game number 2. You see the highlights on your screen. Circle, that was an important goal, but that's really the closest they could get, right? Like we saw these two really duke it out for the last minute and a half when Duluth did have a chance. But after that, K-Tool, I mean, hey, they were out of time, out of tricks, really, right? Like they just didn't collect the boost in the last half of the minute. How many people was it? 5 out of 6 players had nothing in the tank. It's like, hey guys, I mean, we got the corners available. You can go for it.
No. I think we just turn on unlimited boost and see what happens.
No, why would we do that? But we'll see what happens here. Busy, his touch gets somewhat away from him, but he has a teammate to help him out. Circle, good first touch forward, but Carve Dog's the only one really to help with it. Jack popped to himself, tries to get over Mamba, but Mamba plays a good touch. Busy, decent shot, but both Duluth defenders well ready for that one. And again, that's really been the theme for me so far. The latter half of the series, the first part was Duluth on offense. Now it's Rhythm, really. They would rather just take the boost and leave this Duluth team with nothing in the tank. A good challenge for Busy, and a back-to-back one there. We'll shut down that option that Mamba created, but the follow-up shot wasn't really the greatest.
Yeah, one thing I'm seeing right now, I know everyone wants to be flashy, but sometimes going for the direct shot versus, slowing it down, going for an air dribble or reset, sometimes it is better to catch the defense off with a quick shot, especially if they are low on boost or on the goal line there. So we see Busy, a little bit of an awkward touch here as T-Jack does take over. Carve Dog pops it over one. Can he give it on the second one? Gets it around everyone, but puts it in such a tough spot for Circle to be able to follow up. Zoms drops this one down. Check my Circle again with a boomer downfield. Mamba actually opts for Circle to leave that one. I thought Mamba was going to come in since he did have a full tank. It does go back to teammates just not having the resources to follow up again.
A great challenge from Circle. Is able to stay on the ball. Does collect it in the corner. Now puts Zoms in a little bit of a spot where he has to sit behind the ball and does well. Gets by the last defender. Circle, but that's the wrong net. You're playing on the blue side. You're not trying to score on it. As we'll chase the demo and Busy avoids it. And now we have kind of a reset, a lull in the action, if you will, where both teams collect some boost, get some space on the field. And I said collect boost. Only one player from Duluth decides to do that. And they really are just, they're gladly sitting here on sub 30 boost saying, we're fine. We don't need it. We're okay. It's not needed.
What a touch.
Huge save. Another save from Mamba. Just get out, but Busy at the backfield line will make the touch.
Chance here now. Busy trying to go all the way. Pops over one. Mamba has to wait as T-Jack does go in. This is going to bounce down for a split second. Circle booming it all the way across the entire field. No one really able to follow very well. This does go mid. Mamba, good pass, but Busy. Again, he has been, I think, so far just so convincing around the field. His touches. He's been so prominent as the demos come through. This man is trying to will his teammates to get forward. Carve Dog on zero boost again. Every time I swear they pan over to Carve Dog, he just does not have the resources to get involved in the play.
It's almost like, you're playing and Carve Dog is the sub. So you're playing up and you're like, hey, guys, I want to leave you all the boost so you can do your thing. I don't need any of the boost. But in reality, it's like you have more time than you think.
But his teammates have left it as well.
Exactly. They're all leaving boosts for each other. They're so nice.
All from Minnesota. Midwest Nice is coming through here.
Midwest Nice is coming through.
In the league.
That's right.
But Circle, though, opting to go for, again, a slow play. Here's Mamba. Has to half flip out of this one. Carve Dog and Mamba up for that one. Double commit doesn't seem too dangerous right now. Should be an easy save from one person. But again, we see all three players in the corner. It could be dangerous here as Zoms does toss it high. This should drop down, maybe getting a pinch down over one. Circle pops it, but again, just a lack of resources is going to be difficult here. Busy, again, not enough resources to follow up here. Mamba on the backcourt as T-Jack does drop it down. Can he get one more mid? Mamba trying to go for a low 50. I love that he's slowing it down and just baiting that defender to come in for a 50.
He wins back-to-back challenges. Doesn't have any boost really to work with. Does find T-Jack. That shot is placed well enough and has enough power. And Duluth finally break down after what seemed like an eternity of them hanging on. And then now it's a goal for them, as we'll see what happens with the Superiors. Can they find a goal here with 48 seconds left? Off the kickoff, Busy demos Mamba, so your big chance is really gone. Carve Dog does find a touch, but T-Jack able to collect on his back line. Good challenge from Circle to try and get the ball off of Rochester's car, but man, this patience for Duluth not paying off now when you need a goal, because you got to close the gap.
You talk about needing a goal. They scored in the first 30 seconds of game 2, and then they haven't scored since. So they're about a 9-minute drought right now from scoring a single goal, and they need to score in the next 15 seconds here. Otherwise, they are going to be looking down on match point.
I think this is a little bit closer than I think both of these teams were expecting, especially this Rochester team. They well made. I mean, they're a well put together team. As look at the second, just a simple beat around the ball. Easy for T-Jack is, and you play a little keep away there for Mamba, and not really anything Mamba can do. I mean, with 2 seconds left, the goal isn't going to matter. But it does effectively put this game out of reach and does put Rochester on the winning point that they need. That one will hit the ground. Only 2 goals. And again, like you said, that drought continues for this Duluth team. When will they find another goal? Because I haven't found another goal in, we're coming on 10 minutes of game time here. So
yeah, and I do think, again, it goes back to the lack of boost, right? I mean, so many times you have 2 people go for a ball on defense, and then the problem is once you actually get into the offensive half, you don't have the resources. We're seeing so many times Mamba will maybe go for it as first man, or Circle's going for it as first man, and the teammates just don't have the resources to actually follow up and be that second man, be that third man, versus the Rhythm. First of all, like, Busy has been so good at being that first man, being that disruptor, just always getting a first or second touch over a defender. And then it really relies on then T-Jack or Zoms just to be kind of that cleanup crew. And it has been working. So if I'm Rhythm, I say, hey, let's just keep up the pressure. And Superiors, they are coughing up some freebies, which Rhythm are taking advantage of.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here as this Rhythm team, this is where you want to close the series out. I mean, you don't want to be giving any sort of life to this Duluth team that is just itching for an opportunity to score a goal. I feel like it's going to be similar to the first game, where if Duluth does score a goal, they're going to probably score more than one. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they find the back of the net more than once. And the same can be said for the Rhythm. If they find the net once, they'll probably find the net again,
But again, in games 1 and 2, Superiors were only able to score in the first 30 seconds. And then besides that, it just hasn't happened. Yeah, so according to that, they have like 15 seconds to score. Otherwise, it's literally just going to be GG.
It's shocked. All right, it's shocked because we're 20 seconds in. So
it can happen. Don't worry. Have some faith here. We see Busy, again, being so consistent at getting that first man, being the disruptor. Gets it around 1, drops down to T-Jack. Circle, though, with a good beat over 1. This is going to be awkward to read from the defensive side. With a miss comes through. But again, Mamba and Circle are staring at the ball. This is one of these situations. They're making it harder than it needs to be for themselves.
It's like, okay, you go. No, you go. No, you go. No, you
Midwest
go. You
nice,
got
I'm
it.
telling you.
Yeah, I tell you. They don't want to take the ball away from each other. Shot from Zom's going to go off the backboard. Off that challenge from T-Jack. Circle. Good touch away. We'll get it away for a second, but right back into the end. Mamba burns all of his boost. Last back is Circle. T-Jack will try and play around him. Can't get it to work. Circle will steal that boost and get the first touch. Does get around Busy, and a beautiful goal from Circle. And yeah, Zoms throws the nice shot in chat because that was a good first touch. The second touch was a little bit better, though, and you see the control. Busy was vertical off of the challenge and just isn't able to get up high enough in time, and 1-0 Superiors.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expecting as good of control as we just saw there, but Superiors, again, it took them about 11 minutes, but eventually they did get a goal drought, and they're going to need a couple more here, as again, they are staring down the barrel of match point at Rhythm. They just need a couple more goals and a couple more minutes to tick off the clock here, and they will be victorious here. But Superiors, again, the fact that they have a lead, which is the lead for the first time in a little bit of a while, hopefully can give them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of breathing room, just a little bit of faith in themselves that they can at least force a game 5 here. But I think if I'm Rhythm, I think that my entire offense is still going to go through Busy.
Yeah, I'm looking for demos too. I mean, like I said, I got a chance to play this team. I know how physical they can be. They're definitely one that you don't want to be sitting on your back line with, because they'll just up and delete you from the game. But this has been a struggle so far for Rochester in this game. I mean, we're more than halfway, almost halfway done now, as really nobody making any progress here, and not a ton of boosts for Busy to work with. And you see that goes through all his tank, does get the touch midfield for Zoms as last back is T-Jack. Circle plays to the corner. T-Jack doesn't get the greatest touch off of this. And Duluth just trying to keep things threatening. I mean, even if they don't make contact on the ball, you look for the bump. You look for, the threats of like, hey, I'm in the vicinity. You got to hit the ball around me.
Chance here. Zoms now trying to get it around one. Not the best drop mid. You can see Busy and T-Jack, neither one of them actually going to be there for a pass anyway. So it actually worked out decently.
Yeah.
For him. Busy, gets it around everyone. Can he get the follow-up? This is not going to bounce kindly for him as it does pop high. Tries to drop this down to Zoms. What a pass. But the shot was undeserving with how good that pass was. Still, zeros on the board here for the Rhythm. And again, Busy putting in the work. Just, again, putting up opportunities for his teammates. He's so good at always finding at least a round one, a round two. Can Zoms finish this one off? And it goes in. I think it was actually an own goal, but I don't think the Rhythm are going to care.
I think it was a bump here for Zoms. Plays the air dribble bump. Yeah, it looked like an own goal off of Mamba, but I think Zoms was kind of just bumping Mamba out of the play. And I mean, when you're going that fast, you really aren't in control of your car because you're at the will of gravity at that point when you're on a boost. But good opening goal, or a good tying goal for Rochester, excuse me, as T-Jack will miss that. Leave it for Zoms. Zom gets another touch on the ball, just stays on it, keeps pressure. Is he around one? Like you said, Busy has not struggled to get the ball around this Duluth team. A demo and a good reverse save from Mamba, and no boost to work with. Circle again tasked with getting out of their half, and Circle has been the one that they've relied on to get the ball out. When they have had boost, it's been Circle to clear the lines. Maybe Mamba can help them out and or help Carved Talk get some boost in the back line, because this Duluth team has struggled to have any sort of collection of that big boost pad.
Yeah, you can see Carved Dog going up so high for this one. It does drop down, but Circle doesn't have the resources to go and contest this one. Mamba buying his time. Busy now again with the Luminosity decal. You don't see that very much. I gotta respect it. We see Mamba. This should be a freebie, but what a touch from T-Jack. It might be a 1v1 going the other way. Carved Dog in such an awkward spot. The flick comes through from Zoms, but Carved Dog with almost no boost in his name gets the first save. Still in a dangerous spot. Mamba with the second save. Busy, Rhythm, they're trying to get a goalie for regulation. T-Jack comes in and still can't find that one. Busy now. Again, 1v1 opportunity. Carved Dog gets it around one. The net is open for a split second. Zoms, what a touch. And check my circle scores. Superior might steal game 4.
Yeah, check my circle. Check my square. Check that top left corner. Beautiful shot with 9 seconds now left on the board, and you need this game if you're Duluth to force a game 5. They're well on their way. Carved Dog wins that challenge off the kickoff. T-Jack shut down by Circle again. Virtuoso performance from Check My Circle to force a game 5, and I think they're going to get it done here. A huge clear from Zoms, but Busy just doesn't have enough boost in the tank to get there. And Duluth on a wing and a prayer are going to force game 5. And this is anybody's ball game now. The pitch is down the middle. Whoever cracks that home run here in this 5th game will be our winner.
Hey, you got to shout out Superior is shooting 100% accuracy.
Hey,
2 shots, 2 goals.
All you need,
like
right?
you said, it's all you need. They have 6 saves, and somehow it just worked out. But again, I'm going to be honest. There's no shot they can pull that out of their butt. Again, they have to give me some confidence. They have to give me something that's going to make me think, make themselves to think that they can actually get some lucky bounces, maybe is all they're going to need. I mean, we saw Check My Circle scoring off of just the weirdest pinches and own goals, some crazy saves. But Superiors, they have no right to be winning this series. But if they do, it is going to be one of the craziest stolen series of the season.
This is highway robbery. This is, 1888. We're pulling over the stagecoach. We're stealing the game away.
Oh, no way.
Carved Dog nearly finds that shot off a Busy's touch. We'll get the clear with Zoms, but Carved Dog almost found that play from Mamba. It was a good play from Mamba, but kind of loses control of it. Mamba historically has a good record in game 5s. Lost to him in game 7 way back when in season 7, I believe. twice in the same day, mind you.
Low.
And we'll see what ends up happening here. As a good infield pass to T-Jack, a huge save from Mamba. That shot
Mamba
right
is
on Guard
stepping
Dog.
up big time right now.
Yeah.
Again, trying to will his team to victory. So we see Carve Dog pass this one mid, 1v1 opportunity. Busy versus an open net, and Mamba again on the goal line with 0 boost. Can he not find any offensive touch here? Check my circle and Carve Dog with a combined 0 boost. So we do see Mamba and Carve Dog pick up the middle boost here. Check my circle. Good boomer downfield. That is going to buy his team so much time.
Huge miss from T-Jack in the corner, but Zoms was there to cover up the infield pass. A great clear again from Mamba. Circle chasing a demo. Busy last back. Mamba under 1. It's going to go off the backboard, but T-Jack, a huge collection here. They have the defender deleted, and they have the goal. As T-Jack waits on the touch, gets Carve Dog to commit, and then there's Circle. I mean, Circle has nothing in the tank and no chance at saving that.
Yeah,
and,
no chance. I mean, we're a
yeah.
minute and a half in, and Superiors already have 4 saves on the board. They have not been out of their own half this entire game. And again, you talk about the shots. They don't have a single shot, and now they're down 2-0.
I mean, this game's still not over. I mean, we got 3:27 left, but Busy with a huge kickoff win there. That might be the difference in this game, though. If it does come to fruition and this Duluth team does find a goal, but for now, up by 2, you have confidence if you're the Rhythm, but hey, anything is possible, right? I mean, we've seen this Duluth team in this series so far show some resilience, and this is really where you're tested. This is the ultimate test, right? As Sums will miss that touch, Mamba has the shot, and like I said, 21 seconds later, not even that, 19 seconds later. And K-Tool, we're 2-1
for that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is working, but yeah, Zoms, again, it looked like he had the read. He tried to go for the hero touch, for the psycho, for the winning shot, and sometimes you just got to play it safe here. As again, you're on match point. You find yourselves in a game 5, down by now only 1 with 3 minutes left here. You can tell that the Superiors team, after stealing game 4, is playing with so much more confidence, and just the speed of play has increased so drastically here in game 5.
Huge beat. Mamba has the beat. That's going to drop down. Carve Dog. Shots
not able to get over it.
As T-Jack misses that touch. Carve Dog misses as well. That one's going to go downfield. Mamba has to turn on it and does, but eats a demo in the process. Carve Dog, though, decides to move Zoms out of the way and K-Tool. Now we're staring down. The game's halfway done. And if you're this Superiors team, you got to get some boost to get out of your half.
Yeah, right now we're seeing the exact opposite as Check My Circle. Again, 0 boost. We're going to see a sidewall read. Basically, can he find a touch? He does find a touch, but thankfully Mamba was behind Carve Dog, who had pre-jumped a sidewall touch, which is it's a strat. It's an interesting strat here. But as again, we do see the Superior still down by 1 here. Are we going to see any offensive pressure here? Carve Dog is just going to boom this one upfield. I would like to see just a little more control coming from Superiors. I think they are trying to almost outpace themselves right now.
Mamba plays to the backboard. Zoms will chase it, bump Mamba out of the way. Carve Dog has boost and has a little bit of time, but does give the ball away to Busy. Busy pops to himself.
Someone's got to jump.
Plays a reset. You gotta jump, and nobody jumps. And Busy will make you pay if you don't jump. As Circle DCs, unfortunately, because we are late, it does not matter. Gotta continue playing.
That is unfortunate in this situation here, again, with it being so close. So now talking about why no one was jumping. Well, his teammate had DC, so I will give him that one. But oh my god, there's no way Mamba is 2v3ing this team.
Are you kidding me?
Mamba and Carve Dog. Can we just give him one goal just to make this interesting at this point?
He throws up the no problem. I told you got to continue playing. Unfortunately, it throws up the no problem, scores a goal. Right then, 1:28. How long will Check My Circle take to get back into this game? And it's not going to matter. Off the kickoff, Busy gets his 3rd and the hat trick. And it was Mamba on the kickoff, but again, it was just a speedy enough read from Busy to get that shot. And will Circle return to the lobby in time for them to make a comeback? He has, as I was saying it, This game is still not over. I can't believe I'm saying that, for God's sakes. As T-Jack plays to himself, somebody's got to jump at his circle. As he spawns back in off the DC. Mamba has a chance here.
way.
Does hit that shot. A minute 12. We're still not over.
All right.
This
It's basically like Circle never left, all right? He never left. We've had 3 goals happen. It doesn't matter. We got a minute 12, game 5, and somehow Superiors are still in this.
Like,
I don't know
what?
about you. If I am the Rhythm, I am so scared and terrified of throwing this series right now.
You're not even, like, the game's even trying to help you. It's DCing players from the game. And we're still have a chance. I mean, come on. Oh, goodness.
Someone's got to challenge Busy, though. You got to learn from your mistakes. This man is so mechanical. New Carb Dog. This could be a little awkward here. To the corner here. Check my circle. Has to get a good 50. Gets at least a touch over one before his life is demolished. Carb Dog looking mid. Mamba over one. We see demos happening here, but Carb Dog gets a demo. That is such a good demo coming through for the Rhythm. Busy again. He does so good at just buying time. We see a lot of players missing on this one. Check my circle has to go again. Down for his efforts. Mamba now. Tough spot. That has to be a Booma field, but again, Carb Dog just doesn't have the resources here. But T-Jack might be helping them. Zoms now throws this one to the mid. Again, everyone seems to be helping them or against them. It's just weird aim. But either way, 10 seconds to go. This has to be the last effort here.
50 from Carb Dog. Mamba does get bumped, though, on that challenge. Gets by 1 defender. Now they double commit and 2 seconds left, and that will do it. That's going to be knocked down to the ground. You have to think Duluth did everything they possibly could to try to win that game. The gods were in their favor for some part of it, but my God, you can't believe that I can't believe that I'm saying they had a chance. As you know, I mean, Mambo in the 2v3 still found a way to score a goal. I mean, it was a great chance for this Duluth team. They gave it everything they had, but just weren't able to get it done at the end. And as a result, it is now the Duluth Superiors going to drop this series. They move farther and farther down the board. But I mean, hey, for a job done with the sub, they did a pretty good job.
Well, and they're definitely going to be kicking themselves because, you know, as you said, even with a disconnection, to lose by only 1 single goal, they are going to think that they should have won that one, which, I mean, if you look at games 1 through 4, I would say absolutely not. But you somehow pull a game 5 like that, I might start to agree with them at that point.
Like, what? Like, what are we on about? I don't even know what to say, you know. It's bizarre, but
just say GG easy, no re. Simple.
Yeah, exactly. GG's easy. Moving on to the next series, though. Green Bay and Chicago will play in just a bit. And we'll have that series for you. When we get to it, it's going to be a good one for sure. Green Bay, a top 3 team, one of the top 3 teams, 7-1 on the season. Chicago, they're 6-1. So a top 3 team versus a top 5 team playing against each other. And, that'll be a good one for sure. I'm excited to see what ends up happening there, K-Tool, but we need to throw it to a break. And we'll have that match for you in just a bit.
Way too many faces in the crowd, but I think that I see you. One too many days got me changing up the way that I need you. Now we're both at a bar, acting like it's not hard, trying to feel something different. Talk to somebody new, kinda wish it was you, kinda numb to the feeling. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Now that you're laying on my floor, thinking about all the things that we've been through. From 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. I can't seem to move. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to.
Welcome back, MCS. Week 5 Challenger. Excited for this game. I believe it's, what, Knights versus Jungle? Should be good.
I think it is Knights versus Jungle. I will say, Stewie, on the stream, you look looking very good. So,
Oh yeah,
Just
thank
say,
you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I'm rebranding to Stewie right now, actually.
I respect it. I respect the rebrand in that situation here. It's just no matter what, a part of Stewie is always with us.
It really is. He's he's kind of holding everything together right now. Oh, we're starting already. Everyone's in the match.
Yeah, they're jumping into it. They do not want to wait around at all in the slightest here. So we don't even have time to really talk about these teams, even say who is playing on stream. They're just ready to throw it. But obviously, as you guys can see, we do have the Green Bay Knights versus Chicago Jungle here. Green Bay coming in at 7-1, Chicago coming in at 6-1. So both teams only one loss on the season. Obviously, after tonight, one of these teams will have their second one. But I will say, if Green Knights can get the win here, that will move them into first place on the season, at least until we see Omaha Buffalo play.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you got predictions for this game? I don't think I've seen either of these teams play yet, but I'd probably have to go with Jungle.
I was legitimately going to be going with Jungle as well, actually. I don't know. Again, both teams obviously 6-1. Knights doing very, very well at the major, which again, more confidence, more more experience as a team. But I do think, though, especially with missing the amount of points at the major that the Jungle could have gotten, I think they are going to have a little bit of a vengeance here, especially going against another top team here in the bracket.
Yeah, most definitely.
But either way, as we are slowly working our way into this game here, we do have Jungle and Knights again sitting at a 0-0 here. And if you had to pick one person based on your years of experience, who's going to be the MVP person that's going to, bring their team to victory here? You'll see if your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, with all the experience I have, it's kind of hard because, I think every player here is just amazing. But I think Bob, maybe.
I was going to say the answer's Bob. Like, Bob, there's not a...
It's hard to say because I know Barry is a very good player, and Reese as well is kind of good. But I think Bob is kind of that team player that you need to kind of hold you together.
Now we'll have to see who's going to be getting the first goal here. We'll see if your guess and mine that Bob is going to be the team command here. But what a save coming out of Fighter. As we see a second shot coming in again. Really, no one have any boost here as it does drop mid. Fighter again, dangerous spot, and that you need to just get out there. And Barry getting a little bit of a freebie here again. Lack of awareness, I think, coming out of Jungle there on defense. Just sometimes you just gotta hit the ball far.
Yeah, he just teased it up for, I believe, Barry to just slam it right in the net. I'm not sure. Not sure what the plan was there, but.
We had a chance here, Barry. Nah, you're good. Barry's gonna be throwing this one as Reese. No, they're gonna give you awkward. We're gonna be awkward. It's fine. Reese again. He is gonna be getting the corner boost here as this one does drop mid. See a chance here, but that is not a great shot here. Barry not able to follow one up as we have now a 1v1 situation here. And again, the demo comes through. Is anyone there for the follow-in? Uncle Stan is coming through here, getting the tie and goal. What a great flick though from Fighter.
Yeah, getting the flick, not only the flick, but also the demo to kind of clear the net, and then the 50 just straight through the last defender into the net.
1-1 game here in game one as we are halfway through. Again, it's kind of interesting, we look at the teams that we just saw, and it's kind of crazy to think that they are in the same tier, obviously both in Challenger, because both these teams do very clearly, in my opinion, look like a tier above the last match we just had.
I mean, yeah, most definitely.
Barry now off the sidewall. Shot going to be on target. Fighter with now a good save here. Reese crosses one back mid to Barry. Trying to bring this one up high. Drops it off the wall. This is going to drop straight down, and Reese almost gets a chance there. Should be a free follow-up. Should be a free goal, but Fighter again. These last-minute heroic saves have been ridiculous. Now we do see a little bit of a double commit there. Bob trying to step up here. Uncle Stan, again, more double commits off the corner. This should be a free clear. Reese, Barry. We just get like 5 players going for this ball. Is that going to be a freebie? And wow. It is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what not to do on defense here.
I mean, I feel like you see this every single series. The first match is always good. Oh, wow, what a ghost touch, too. But the first match is always super high scoring. I mean, we saw it last series as well as, like, the last game had, what, like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the last match had quite a few goals, but I feel like the first one always has quite a few.
That's usually how it happens. Well, I feel like it's never like a close, like a 1-2, 2-3 game. It's always just like a 1-0 overtime or a 7-8 slugfest. There is no in between. And right now we are going to, seems like we're looking at a pretty low scoring game here as Fighter trying to buy time to get to low 50 here. Buys time for Bob to get back on defense, who almost own goals that one for a split second. Uncle Stan now, again, that's such a good job to air dribble it out. Buy so much time for his team to just relieve pressure, get some boost. And again, time is on their side right now as they are up 2-1 with 40 seconds left here. As this one does drop mid, and somehow Nyrome almost able to squeeze that one in. Again, bumps coming on the goal line here, but Bob able to get that huge body behind as we see more bumps and demos happening. Fighter almost missing that with now 27 seconds left. What do the Knights have here to finish off game one?
I mean, not much, it's looking like. They've had quite a few offensive chances, but nothing has really come of it, and I don't know, Jungle just looks much better this game.
Oh, it's hard to argue with that one, and they may be finding a third one here to seal off this game. Fighter Vet going to be throwing this one to the corner. At this point, I think it's just everyone rush back, grab some boost, don't need to do anything crazy. one pre-jump. I like just to make it awkward for reads. Good pre-jump from Uncle Stan. Is that ball going to hit the ground? And it does. Game 1. I know it's only a 1-goal game, but in my opinion, pretty handily going to the jungle.
I mean, yeah, the only goal that went in was that mistake from Fighter Vet, I believe, where he just sits with the ball on top of his car right in front of the net. And I doubt we'll be seeing that
Fighter
again.
Vet was doing work. I mean, you know, obviously MVP on the scoreboard was 6 saves. That man was a defensive god right there. And we called about it, you know, too. I mean, he obviously didn't get the goal, but he did get the flick and the demo to dime up his teammates here. So now going into game 2, obviously we've got the Knights, you know, going to be down 1-0 in the series. But as we just saw last game, it literally doesn't matter how good or bad you're playing. Sometimes the universe just wants to will a game 5. So we'll have to see if the Rocket League gods are still feeling the game 5. Bob now. Gonna be throwing this one to the corner. Free shot for Barry. Can he find a double tap or anything mid? He cannot. Makes it awkward for Nyrome. Barry now. Fighter Ray. What was that awkwardness? Somehow gets a touch mid. And Barry now gonna get the 100 boost here. Nyrome 100 as well. Trying to get it around 1. Gets around 2. Gets a demo on the 3rd. Barry, though, pops that one mid, and it actually might be a free shot going the other way. And again, we're seeing the Knights doing a good job of relieving pressure, but it's just that transition from offense to defense is where they're struggling.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, normally, like, their transitions are just, oh, let's take a shot, let's boom it downfield. They need to kind of take it upfield with a little bit more possession, a little bit more control, and maybe a passing play or something.
Yeah, you're seeing this. They get one touch mid. Barry able to go up high. He doesn't have any boost to work with. Oh, we see Nyrome almost getting the demo, and this might be an own goal. And what a save. Again, of course, it has to be Fighter. He's the only one who can get saves on this team, it seems like. This ball does drop down. 3:45 on the clock here. Still a 0-0 game. We saw last time it was 0-0 for the first 3 minutes of the game, and right now we are seeming to be in just a low-scoring series.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to feel that way after after the series we just watched, but like they're playing. I don't even know if I want to say good defense, but there's just not that many.
No way.
Oh my, what a shot. A lucky bounce straight to Stan, and he could just slot it in bottom right.
Again, sometimes it just works out, and if you are a Fighter Vet, you're thinking, all right, yeah, the Rocket League gods are on my side. I swear, every time this guy touches the ball, it just perfectly works out for his teammates, and Uncle Stan able to get the easiest tap in of the series so far. But Nyrome gonna be popping that one mid. Great pass mid. Would have maybe liked for him to go off the back wall there, but again, such a tough situation here. The Knights still struggling. They seem to be playing from behind every single game. Obviously game 1 and game 2 so far not going their way, and they've got, it seems like they have the potential. They just, again, can't seem to put it all together. But Barry is who I'm looking at on their team specifically as kind of the man who is starting these offensive pushes. But again, a lot of it comes down to where is the second and third man.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like they're just not supporting him enough. Oh,
Oh
no.
no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Just not the touch Barry wanted.
It hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
He just drops it straight down to Fighter Vet, who's leaving the net, and just gets to tap it in.
Again, Fighter Vet can do no wrong, all right? At this point, he just is in the area, in the vicinity, and it works out for him. That does seem to be kind of the storyline that is playing out here in front of us, as he might get a pinch here. Uncle Stan now drops this down mid. Rees trying to buy some time. He does get the corner boost. Actually, he doesn't get the corner boost somehow. Barry ended up getting that one. Fighter Vet rocking, was that the Samurai, I believe, from God knows how long ago. I think I'm reading that one right, but either way, Bob, who was kind of interesting because Bob is who we talked about as being our MVP. He has been notoriously quiet, I think, in this series, as it really has been Fighter Jet kind of taking the forefront here. And just as I say that, they're making it incredibly awkward on the goal line. And again, how close can the Knights get the score? How many times does the ball have to roll across the goal line without them taking advantage of it?
Yeah, they're not really taking advantage of the chances, and it's just going the jungle's way every single time. I don't know if it's how they're playing defense or if it's just a lack of offense from Knights, but it's not working out for them.
Not working out indeed here. We're going to see Nyrome now with a miss on this one. Fighter Vet might get a shot on target. Bob opting not to turn. Leaves that for Uncle Stan as Bob had to go get some boost here. The ball is going to go back as Bob does get the 100. Shot on target. Barry should be able to deal with this one pretty easily. And again, the time keeps on ticking down. If the Jungle survive another minute and a half, they will be going on match point, potentially on a 3-0 here. And again, Jungle, they are again 6-1 of the series. Green Bay Knights are 7-1. So this on paper technically would be a little bit of a upset here. Uncle Stan trying to buy some time. Shot. Can Fighter get a touch? What is save? I don't even understand how this is possible. I'm literally about to say that they are going to score. It's a guaranteed goal, and this man falls from the heavens. And again! And again! There's no shot. There's no chance. Yeah. Okay. This man is putting up the greatest defensive series I have ever seen.
I'm like excited to see how many saves he has at the end of this, because it's ridiculous how many he's been getting.
He's at 9 on this series, I can tell you right now.
Oh my.
This man is averaging almost 5 saves a game. But again, this shouldn't be sustainable, and yet they're 30 seconds away from winning game 2. But as I say that, Barry gets a tap in, and no matter how good Fighter Jet is, again, they do need the resources to get back, and he had to go find a corner boost there, not able to get back in time. And somehow in the span of 15 seconds, we've had the Jungle giving up and demolish their 2-0 lead. And again, if the Knights can somehow win this, this would be, again, a massive, massive steal of a game.
Yeah, most definitely.
Reese, chance here off the back wall. Shot might be coming in. Barry, not able to reach that one. Nyrome now, trying to buy some time. Fighter Vet is up. Touch on target. Reese has to get back there. Dangerous spot still as Uncle Stan does drop it down. But again, where was the third man? Fighter Vet had just gone. You can see Uncle Stan didn't want to be too aggressive as a third man. Again, zeros on the board. Ball just needs to touch down here. Looks like a lot of people are going to go for this one as it does drop down. Nyrome keeping this one up. Flick over one. That is going to be a little high. Do we see the read? Bob with a good read defensively, and that is going to kill it unless Fighter Jet wants to keep this one up. And it's still up there, but Uncle Stan has 0 boost to get this one mid. Still in a dangerous spot here. Chance coming in. The shot coming in, but no. Do we see another one from Uncle Stan? It's off the backboard. Fighter Jet. Can anyone get the touch? Anyone, please? This is ridiculous. I'm trying to wrap my head around how all 4, 5, 6 shots, everyone's on 0 boost, just playing with their food in the back of the goal. And don't tell me that's how it ends. There's no shot.
After all that, a kickoff goal is what is what does it.
My brain is still trying to process the last 10 seconds of that 0-0 game. I mean, the fact that the Jungle never had a shot go in and 6 seconds of overtime for the Knights is all it takes for them to tie up the series. I don't know. I don't know about you. I can't physically process that our MVP and fighter managed to ever lose a game.
I mean, he had a wide open net too, and he couldn't get it in.
Which time? There was like 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Every player had like 5 chances at 0 seconds, and just unfortunately not able to find the back of the net there. So I will say, if I'm the Jungle, I would be livid that you guys lost this game. I mean, they were up 2-0 until 40 seconds left, and then in those last 40 seconds had a good 5, 6, 7 chances on target, and just couldn't find the back of the net. So Knights again stealing one, and we'll see if they can steal another one, because right now I still do think that the Jungle are playing a much cleaner game of Rocket League.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know how that game would slip through their hands, but I don't know. I can't believe it.
We'll have to see what happens here. And your boy Fighter is going to bring this one right about half field, get a reset over 1 potentially, as Uncle Stan does come through. I've got Stan and Bob. Good challenge from Bob. Throws this one mid. Should have another challenge here. Actually gets it around 2 players. Reese isn't going to have the boost to get a great double tap mid. It's actually, we see everyone missing this one. Nyrome, this should be a free touch. But again, the defense from the Jungle is ridiculous this series. Reese now get the 50 round 1. Bob should have a free shot. Passes it to Fighter. Can he find the angle? Oh, that's a tough one. Looks like Barry had it pretty well covered in that situation.
Yeah, no, Barry's gonna pop it up to Reeves. Reeves? 50's it? Nyroma? Oh no.
Barry throws this one mid. It actually causes the double commit out of the jungle. Nyrome around one. Probably going to jump early for this one, but couldn't have enough resources to reach that one successfully. Reese does take the middle boost, makes it really awkward for Nyrome. Barry probably just going to go for a little bit of a 50 here. It does bounce mid. Reese, that's going to be off target. Fighter is going to get a touch here. Good demo dodge. Fighter again throws this one back. Again, Fighter has done so much work around the field, just these demos, offense, defense, everything. But Reese again going for the ceiling shot. It does drop mid. Nyrome trying to buy some time. It's a 3v1 for a split second. Can Nyrome get demoed? He does. And Bob is going to attack in the freebie. But again, massive good job from Uncle Stan getting the demo on the last defender.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, it seems like Knights are doing a way better job of keeping pressure, and the jungle are kind of struggling a bit to keep the ball, keep possession, and get out of their side. But what a goal!
And we'll have to see again. Knights now two games in a row, actually 3 games in a row, going down in. But they came back game 2. No reason they can't do it again. As Reese is going to throw this one mid. Barry going to be first to this one. Decent touch opportunity for Fighter. Goes off the ceiling. It's just going to go for a ground pinch. Maybe it goes for the pogo. I respect it, but yeah, not going to work out that time here. Uncle Stan should have a potential shot here. That going to find the target. And good save from Nyrome. Again, going off the post. A little tiki-taka in the middle of the air. Going to buy him some more time as Fighter throws this one downfield. And again, just some weird shenanigans seem to be working out as Uncle Stan's going to lead that one. Bob with the shot. And the mid-air fake from the jungle causes chaos.
Yeah, I mean, this entire series has just been like I don't even have words. It's the craziest series I've ever seen.
I'm with you, dude. I'm trying to just figure out again. I need to see a replay of game 2, 0 second. The fact that all 3 players had like 4 chances and no one was able to find this one. And again, they're getting the tap-ins, which is great, but the chaos does seem to reign supreme in the situation here. Uncle Stan should get a pass mid. Good touch from one Fighter with a shot. I was almost going to find it's actually the back of the net there. Bob taking his time, does get bumped for his effort. Gets it around 1. Can he get a bump on the second one? Nyrome does stand tall. Barry up. Thought he was going to get beat first effort there for a split second, but Reese, again, playing a very, very dangerous game. The Knights still... They didn't score any goals until 40 seconds in game 2, so no reason they can't do it again here. They got plenty of time.
Yeah, most definitely. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get 1 or 2 in the next minute. I mean, right there. Oh my gosh, what a shot from Reese. Nyrome puts it mid now, and free clear straight to Fighter vet. Oh, on net too.
No, my God. Reese with a ridiculous double tap there, going up again, beating out Fighter and Bob in such an awkward spot and just dropping the hammer here. Last time they waited until 40 seconds, this time a minute 17 on the clock, and that is a goal that gives them the confidence. Again, they know that they stole game 2. There's no reason that they can't steal game 3. And again, the winner of this game is going to be going on to match point. And at this point, the Knights might think that they might just be deserving of match point. Reese going for a full field air dribble. Doesn't have the boost. Can't get the reset. Actually, Bob might be able to go almost all the way in this situation. It does bounce off the back wall. Fighter drops it on the corner. Can he get another one? Does get a little bit of a skim, but it's nothing crazy. Jungle with another shot here. Reese hit the 50. Barry a little bit awkward here as Nyrome does have to dive into the last second here. 40 seconds left. What a pinch. Now Fighter trying to drop this one down. He does almost get it past Barry, but Barry gets a decent 50. Reese has to come in, and again, 30 seconds left. They need to be clutching these moments, and the net is open there. Nyrome, though, took it off target, and the double actually saved him. He didn't know that if he had just shot it, it would have been wide open.
I mean, yeah, that's so close. It would have been an amazing goal, but it just can't really get the angle on it. I feel like Jungle is playing a lot more safe here now. I mean, they definitely don't want to give up another two-goal game.
Yeah, they don't want to throw again, but as I say that, they might be doing exactly that as Fighter again comes down from the ceiling. Wow. And again, My man has been the MVP so far in the series. Again, getting a great one. And only 2 saves this game. So honestly, a little disappointing. But he's at, what, 12 saves on the series in 3 games. So again, he's averaging more than 5 saves. Or almost, sorry, not 5 saves. He's averaging like 4 saves a game right now. So it's hard to argue with the defensive mastermind that is Fighter Vet. But with that being said, I still think the Knights are struggling because they can't seem to score before the first 4 minutes of a game are up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure why that is, but maybe it's the nervousness of, or not nervousness, but they know that they can rush because the game's almost over and they're gonna lose if they don't.
No way! Oh my God!
Oh,
That's GC.
no.
We're going game 5. That's
Game
it.
5
That's all
confirmed.
it takes. That's all it takes. 2 seconds. We've been harping on the Knights not being able to score early in these games, and they said we physically can't score faster than this. So there you go. I respect it. I like it. That's what I like to see out of these boys. So, but with that being said, I think that Bob's gonna score right here.
Good. Yeah, that was a good calm. I think Bob's gonna score right here. And
Nyrome left? Question mark?
Oh.
Hello? Oh, now he's back.
Okay.
All right, quick car change, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If that's the case, that would be the fastest car change I've ever seen. We'll have to see if that does work out for him. As I can't actually tell if he did change decals or not, but
I think he just left the game and rejoined really quickly for comedic purposes, but
that's fair.
Who knows?
It's hooligans, but we'll have to see if it ends up working out for them. Because right now, for the first time ever, we have a tie game within the first 30 seconds that isn't 0-0. And again, as we do say, the Jungle are on match point here, only needing 1 more win to take the series, which would be a massive, massive deal in the points. Again, right now, Green Bay at 45 points, and Chicago only sitting at 30. So if they can start to close that gap on the clear top 3, that would be massive as we do get closer and closer to Major 2.
yeah, I mean, obviously like Stewie said, every game matters, every week matters, but those little 5 points can be the difference between top 4, top 8, or literally anything. Like even like game differential can be very important. So you definitely want to play your best.
No, I'm fully with you. And like I said, we're very clearly going game 5. It's gonna happen. Just trust the process. But yeah, Barry getting a very big freebie there coming from a demo again. Knights are they definitely have been looking a little more aggressive and a little more bump heavy these last couple of games, and it has worked out for them. Obviously they did lose the last game on some crazy heroics here and a crazy defensive stand again, as we see multiple players jumping from this game. And Bob just with a shot on target, Fighter almost with a ridiculous touch. Can he get this one back mid? He cannot, but again, some magic is being worked out of that samurai car.
Yeah, I mean, he's used that car for as long as I can remember, and I don't know how he does it, but it works for him, so.
We'll see if he can get a little bit of a skim here. He does pop this one up. Uncle Stan up early. Reese opts to leave that one for Nyrome, but then made it a little bit awkward for himself here. Decent 50s. Nyrome does have to go up, gets a decent touch, but can't land. Again, the watermelon boost is starting to get to me as he does try to get a flick around 1. Can he get this mid? He does. This should be a freebie tap-in, and it is again. That is back-to-back passing plays from the Knights, netting them a 2-goal lead for the first time in the series.
I mean, yeah, they're starting to run away with it a little bit. I think this is the first time they've led by 2 goals. I'm not sure. Did they lead by 2 in the first one? I don't really remember the score lines, but
Oh, how about 3? Ooh, that I was trying to make it, come to fruition
we're
here.
only 2 minutes in and they have 3 goals. That's never been seen before.
This is uncharted territory. I fully agree with you here. So I don't even know how they're going to act at this point if they actually have a lead. They're so used to playing from behind here, as Barry's going to be going out to the ceiling. This might be a 4th. Stand in a very awkward spot. Reese, the net is open. Is anyone there for the tap-in? And Barry is. I said we were going game 5, and I'm pretty confident in that call.
I mean, yeah, it is looking like it. Jungle is kind of just flailing around on the field. I'm not really sure what's going on over there, but they might need to lock in.
It is tricky too, because I mean, at what point, hypothetically, if they score a 5th goal, right? At what point do you kind of give up on this game and then just focus on game 5 and start to talk game plan, right? I mean, obviously down 3 with 2 minutes left. Yes, there is so much time left. But let's say you've only got a minute left and still down by 3, still down by 4. I do think you throw in the towel at some point and do start to look at a game plan change, especially if you kind of got your butt kicked this game.
Yeah, I mean,
like I said,
oh my,
kind of got your butt kicked this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if Knights just run away with game 5 here, but I mean, it's very possible Jungle kind of, you know, gets their composure back and makes it a close game 5. I'd hope so. I don't want to see a blowout game 5, but
I'm with you. Hey, both of us had the Jungle winning this one, so we'll have to see if that if that prediction reigns true here. But right now, the only thing that's reigning is the goals coming down on the Jungle's head as Reese, again, looking to get involved here as Nyrome. A little bit of an awkward miss. And again, Barry has been so impressive for me this game. I think he has really stepped up. I know both of us, obviously, were glazing Fighter so hard in the first couple of games, rightfully so for his crazy effort, offensive and defensively. But last game and a half, he really has kind of been shut down. And I think a lot of it is part just better boost management, but also part is just better rotations from Barry, Nyrome, and Reese. I mean, they really have been able to support each other a lot better, clearly, as they're putting up 5 goals. And I do think we are going to see possible Brazil happening here.
possible. Hopefully. I mean, there's one. We just need one more in the next minute, which, I mean...
What? And of course, the Jungle have checked out, right? I mean, at this point, you're done.
You're not thinking about this game anymore.
No, you're just thinking about... At this point, do you care to stop the Brazil at all? Does it matter in the slightest to them? Because I don't know about you, but... I'm fighting harder to not get 7-1 than 8-1.
Well,
oh no, boys,
it's too late.
boys! I'm trying to line it up here, all right? You're
yeah,
killing me.
I would say I'd fight hard to fight the Brazil. I don't know. It's kind of like bragging rights. You don't want to get Brazil, but it's
all right, at this point, let in an 8th.
Yeah,
I would rather lose 8-1 than 7-1.
You have to own goal.
We'll see what happens. the amount of times, I'm gonna be honest, the amount of times I have own goal to stop a Brazil is more than once. But hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure. They don't even care about the Brazil. Knights are just gonna keep scoring.
I respect it. They're going for clips. They're going for points, and 7 goals on the board. The only thing I'm surprised is that no one's got 1,000 points right now. Barry's getting close with 850, but I was gonna say Fighter and Uncle Stan, neither one of them have broke the 200 mark here. Wow. And Barry, again, yeah, it's difficult. Neither one of them broke the 200 mark, and Barry almost 1,000 points here as the 10 seconds for the Brazil to be solidified. And ladies and gentlemen, we are, in fact, going to be going to a game 5.
Yeah. I mean, what a game. As Bob leaves the match, probably a car change.
Oh yeah, no, Bob. This is where he says, all right, casters, I know you had faith in me. This is where I'm gonna prove you guys right. This is where he's gonna come in clutch and get that performance that we expected out of him to get the win here in game 5. Because right now, obviously, the momentum is dead, right? Like mentally, it is pretty chalked. And so I'm looking at the shots, and we had 12 shots for the Knights. And yeah, you're definitely not going to be winning if you give up 12 shots and 7 goals here. Yeah. So Jungle, what do you got in score for game 5 here? I'm curious, what do you think, if any, that there's going to be the game plan here?
I mean, I don't even know. Like, this game is so chaotic, so hectic. Like, I genuinely have no idea.
I think the game plan is to not give up 7 goals.
That would be a
good idea. B, just win a 50. I mean, genuinely, as we see another goal go in here off a great 50. Yeah. Off a 50. Literally, as I'm saying it, they got dominated in the 50-50 game, and we see a phenomenal pass here come from an Nyrome. And Reese, again, gets an easy tap in. So Jungle I think just mentally take a step back, win a 50, right? Take a low 50 yourself, go for a flick. I think they're still trying to play a little bit of hero ball, which miraculously worked for them in game 1 and 2. Obviously with Fighter going crazy with some saves. But at the end of the day, I think standard Rocket League and consistency is going to win out.
Most definitely, yeah. Oh no.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it. But again, you saw it was clean, a good bounce dribble. No one was challenging him. He's not going for the fancy touches. We're going to see Nyrome's probably going to go for a fake on one, which he does. Bob doesn't have the boost to follow this one, but Barry gets such a good touch to buy time for his teammates to come in. Reese now is back. Nyrome and him going to be incredibly awkward, both of them. Almost giving up a goal here. Bob not able to find this one as Barry going to be going off the corner here. Reese has to pop it high. He is going to follow this one. Probably just going to boom it downfield, which he does. Barry now with the shot on target. Bob can't save him. What a passing play from the Knights.
Wow. He just bangs it off wall straight to Barry, who's already up. No one can get to it. I mean, I don't know. Jungle's not looking too hot right now.
I'm looking at Barry, who's looking very high. I mean, last game he had 4 goals. And right now, he's already putting up some ridiculous shots. We got Barry and Reese with a goal apiece. And Jungle, I mean, mentally, obviously, you're chalked. I think you just have to try to find literally anything to get going here. But if I'm the Knights, you cannot give up a stupid goal and a stupid counterattack like they're in the middle of giving up right now.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the Knights' defense has been a lot stronger these past few games. I mean, they give up, what, 1 goal last game, 0 goals this game so far, and I mean they've just been so resilient on the goal line.
Yeah, a lot of it is consistency. Again, they're not trying to win every single ball. It just gets him 50-50s. Barry the shot on target. That one is going to be incredibly awkward. Might be going for a fake, which he does. Reese comes in for the shot again. The fake shots are working.
I mean, yeah, they're throwing a lot of fakes out there, and they're working pretty well. It's hard when you have a person right in front of the net, and you don't know if they're gonna fake it or put it top left, and you just have to guess.
Yes, we are now halfway through. Yeah, you do. A lot of it is the guesswork. Now we're through halfway in game 5 here. Get some demos galore happening. Ooh, that's dangerous. As Reese doesn't have any boost here. It does drop down. Bob has 0 boost of his own. Nyrome, all 3 players just incredibly awkward, but somehow Nyrome gets it around 1, gets it around 2, trying to go for the demo. Does he get a flicker for 1? He does. It is going to be barred down. Is anyone there for the follow? And we see chaos ensue. And Barry, the man, is going to be putting the dagger here in game 5.
Yeah, this is this is rough. I mean, Jungle's just had like no opportunities. It seems like they're too needy to get a goal that they can't even get an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely right. I mean, we talked about like the mental shift. I mean, we're looking at shots. It's gonna say Fighter, as good as he has been, first couple of games, 0 shots in last game, basically, and 0 shots this game, still on the board. So the Knights have been so dominant here in game 5, and at this point, I mean, it is, I think, hard just to wrap your head around mentally anything that'll give you an edge here, because right now the Jungle, they need to score in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, I think they are fully checked out.
I mean, yeah, you just got Brazil, then now it's 3-0, game 5. You have to do something, but I don't know if I can.
It's been 10-1 in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just nothing you can do in that situation. So if I'm, Knights, I am just running out the clock at this point. I don't do anything stupid. You don't need to try to score more. Just send one person up, buy some time, let the clock, milk itself, and just be done at that point. Make the Jungle work and have to score some crazy passing goals or a crazy solo play just to get on the board. The last thing you want to do is give up an infield passing play like that, as we are now down to a minute left, and the 3-0 lead is still holding strong.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to get a few more chances, but it's... I feel like it's too little too late.
Hard to argue in that situation as Reese now. Not a lot of boost. Neither does Barry. Neither does Nyrome. No one really has any resources, but someone has to go for the ball either way. Shot does come through, but again, it's just within reach of Nyrome. And now 30 seconds left on the clock. Barry's going to boom it downfield. That might be the 4th goal. Bob Not a lot of boost, but either way, that is most likely going to be doing it here as the clock will keep on ticking. The Knights, again, we had a little bit of an awkward game 1 and game 2 as Fighter putting on a crazy performance, but at the end of the day, it was clean, solid Rocket League from the Knights. And honestly, MVP from Barry the last couple games really, really stepped up and impressed me.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think I said at the beginning, I was trying to decide between Barry and Bob because, like, Barry is just, I don't know, he's so good, and he's shown it this series.
Yeah, neither one of these teams want to have this ball drop, but we're going to get one more shot, so I'm sure someone might want to own goal. It'll hit the ground in about 2 seconds, which, yep, there it does. And with that said, Knights, a very dominant game 5. Or sorry, game 5, which I didn't even know we were going to go game 5. But back-to-back series going game 5. That is what I like. I like to see the content come through here.
I mean, yeah, like, I think... I don't know how many I've had, but almost every match I've streamed so far has been a game 5, which is ridiculous. But you love to see
That's how it works. Yeah, I love to see it. And again, dominant performance in game 5 from the Knights. They really, really stepped it up. And that's what I like to see about teams. And those are the teams that I have the confidence in going into, like the second major, is teams that can adapt. Even if they do kind of get their ass kicked the first couple of games, if they can adapt, turn it around, kind of have a little bit of a different play style, and then consistently execute that play style, those are the dangerous teams. Just the fact that they can be creative with the play style changes.
Yeah, most definitely. All right.
So, what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Be my guest.
Say, next up, we have Rochester Rhythm and Omaha Buffalo, I believe. So stay tuned for that. All right.
I can't seem to
Once upon a time, there was a mythical land where it was always summer. We were happy. We wanted for nothing.
On the count of three.
3.
Hello, guys. Surprise cast coming in. I'm not even in the lobby, but we'll get there eventually. Currently, we got Buffalo versus the Maulers. I just finished my series, and now I'm hopping in so you guys at least have someone to listen to. We got 14 seconds left. Game 4. This has been a very close series. Buffalo looking to take the game, and they managed to score with just 5 seconds remaining here in Game 4. Absolutely crazy antics coming out. Bladat with the shot over Juxo, putting it in, looking to take the series. One of the longest casted series in MCS history. About to happen in 5 seconds here. We'll see if they make history or not. Here goes Shega off the ceiling, looking to not make it so, but the ball touches the ground and Buffalo end up winning. Robin squad, Major 1 winners, get the victory for the series. Lots of content, I'm sure, from the rest of the series. Unfortunately, I was not here able to see it. I was playing my own 8:15 series, but I figure you know, hop in, say hi to the stream, give a caster for the whole 20 seconds. Here we see some replays of the here we see some replays of the Buffalo managing to get their passing play. That crucial goal with just 5 seconds remaining. Maulers looking like they were playing with a sub.
They were playing with 2 subs, actually.
Buffalo having the full team definitely made a difference here. 3-1, solid win from the Buffaloes, but you we see Blada go absolutely crazy at the camps there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a gift later. Oh, what a stream! What a cast from Power here.
Truly miraculous. All right, that is all for MCS tonight. Tune in tomorrow to catch some premiere action. Make sure you click the follow button. Watch for the stream ping in MCS, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside.